months ago, I was diagnosed with a brain tumor on the meningioma membrane or whatever of my skull, and had surgery to remove that. And I just want to share a little bit with you about what that experience was like for me, and how God saw what I was not only going through, but what I was going to go through in the future. I went to the eye doctor because I was having trouble seeing. Had no clue that I had any kind of problem. No headaches, no dizziness, no nothing. I go to the eye doctor, he sends me to have an MRI, and the next thing you know, I'm diagnosed with a 5-centimeter brain tumor. And for those of you who don't know the size of 5 centimeters, which I didn't, it's about the size of a tangerine. So I went to the hospital, and the Lord directed me to a really great neurosurgeon. So I go to the hospital, and I'm a little anxious about the prospect of having a surgery, but the Lord knew before I ever went. First of all, I hadn't had a physical in 6 years, and the doctors got a little cranky with me when they found out that I hadn't had a physical, and I told them, I said, you know what? Having a physical would not have identified this tumor, but God saw, He knew, and He directed me to my eye doctor. In the hospital, I had a reaction to the anesthetic and to the pain medicine. In fact, I was hallucinating quite seriously. I saw my son-in-law sitting in my room on a buffalo. And it was real. I mean, I really thought I saw him in there, and the Lord knew that I was going to have this problem before I ever went into the hospital, and prepared for my family to be there with me the entire time so I didn't do something stupid. But what He really saw was my heart. And one of the things that I realized was that I had faith in my faith, and I was depending on my faith to get me through this, instead of the one who is my faith, and that's Jesus. Several days after that, I was pretty shook up over that. And it has taken me a little while of just having conversation and reading God's Word to realize that what I was going through, number one, is I was basing it on my feelings instead of God's truth and my faith. But the faith was in Barbara's faith and not in God. So He knew that that was something that was going to be a hindrance for me in my walk with Him. And I thank Him that I went through this so that I can keep my focus on the one who is the source of my faith. And it has renewed and encouraged me to realize that no matter where I am, no matter what's going on in my life, the Lord sees, and He will meet me exactly where I am. And sometimes you don't even know that you have a need.